Hi, my name is Christina. I'm happy to be here, and today I'm going to go over some mental health stuff. So, why are we waiting for something to happen in order to do something? According to the American College Health Association, approximately 1,100 college students die by suicide, and it is the second leading cause of death within this age group. College campuses need clear, accessible mental health services supported by comprehensive policies to address the mental health crisis effectively. Today, I'll explain why we need clearer access to mental health services on college campuses, the impact of not having those present front and center, and the solution to save young adults in college going through the early signs of a crisis. Colleges need to do more for students with regard to mental health. Healthy Minds did a survey between 2022 and 2023 and found that over 60% of college students meet the criteria for at least one mental health condition, including anxiety, depression, or a stress-related disorder. This represents a 50% increase since 2013. That same report found that students utilizing campus mental health services report increased rates of anxiety 37%, depression 35%, and family-related distress 20%. So, where can I find mental health resources on our website? Are they easily found and easily accessible? And can someone going through crisis find them? So, I have our website right up here, right? So we're Bucks, we're students, right? So that's what we'll be clicking. And you go down Life at Bucks, and there's a couple of different things that kind of stand out to me that could be under mental health. Student life could be one of them. You know, if I'm a first semester student, I don't know what student life is. Fitness and wellness, well, mental health could fall under wellness, right? Or basic needs. Now, when I think of basic needs, it's what? Food, water, shelter. I don't really think the first thing is going to be mental health. So these are like the three options that I saw what it could be. And it ended up being under basic needs. I had to scroll down a little bit. But still, it took a while for me to find this information. So why isn't there a clear-cut button for mental health services on our college's website, right? And another thing to add to that, why isn't there a required section in every syllabi about mental health services? Because I wouldn't have to look on the website for what I looked up, Trine was looking for it for like, 2 hours? And it could have been in a syllabi. It could have been like added at the bottom on all of them. So we need to advocate more as like college students to, tell our college that we need a bigger button for that. The CDC, and we also have to advocate more as a society. So the CDC says that over 49,000 people died by suicide in 2022. That's a death every 11 minutes. There are more consequences of neglecting mental health than just suicide. Poor physical health, decreased focus, risk of substance abuse, and severe emotional distress are just to name a few. According to the American Addiction Centers, up to a third of clinically depressed people engage in drug or alcohol use. These chemical and toxins can become a form of self-medication, soothing feelings of low self-worth, hopelessness, and despair that characterize this mental health disorder. According to the Mayo Health Clinic's health system and the American Council on Education, over 80% of students report that mental health challenges have negatively affected their academic performances, with 22% experiencing 6 or more days of impairment in the past month. Mayo Clinic also states that 15% of college students reported seriously considering suicide in the past year. And approximately 1,100 suicides are projected annually on U.S. college campuses alone. That's 3 suicides a day. In a Generation Lab report, which surveyed college students in 2024 March, says that 70% of students out of 3,649 said that they are struggling with mental health, and it's been happening since starting college. Only 37% of that 70% have actually looked for mental health resources at their college. And the uncertainty about how to connect with help resources on campus is one of the leading problems of why students don't look for support. So this is 18-year-old Rachel Shaw Rosenbaum, and she was a student at Yale University up until the spring of 2021. Because Yale at the time had little to no mental health support on campus, her cries went unanswered. She took her own life in March of 2021. As an ambassador for Ellis for Rachel puts it, Yale has long had mental health policies that are inadequate at best and punitive at worst. Personally, I was diagnosed with mental health issues, and last spring I was struggling with classes and stress, and I wasn't aware of the resources we had on campus, and neither were my friends who were trying to help me. Now, I wasn't going to school in person, so it wasn't like I could just, find the office, ask someone to ask, and I ended up going through crisis, and I was hospitalized for 8 days. And I have a personal experience where colleges are falling short of mental health support. So what can we do? Well, I think we should advocate to set group sessions on campus for issues like anxiety, depression, and stress, with a group leader who is educated in psychology and who works on campus to navigate the discussions during said group. I also think of a better navigation on the school's website. I think instead of having to click several links to get to the mental health page, there should be a clear link under the Bucks for Students tab. And a required section in each syllabi that states the summary of a mental health resources on campus, and a link to them from the website. And this could be something each professor can add at the end of their syllabus. College campuses need clear, accessible mental health services supported by comprehensive policies to address the mental health crisis effectively. I've explained to you the problem, the impact, and the solution. And I tell my story because there are many more who suffer in silence. Thank you.